Today's video is about this Pagani design watch that is an homage of the Spirit Zulu time. I could not be happier with this watch. I have worn it almost every single day for the last year, as you'll see by the wear and tear on this watch. This isn't a review of a watch I just took out of a box. No, this is a review of a watch that I have worn for over a year constantly. And boy, let me tell you, I am very impressed with the build quality of this watch. It has a Japanese Seiko movement in it, of course, so I have no complaints about the movement or the timekeeping. But that is not what Pagani Design made here. They made the watch. The engine inside came from somebody else. You know, that's the way I look at it. It's the engine. Just like when you engine swap a car, who cares? You know, as long as it runs good. This has a great Japanese reliable engine in it. So this is the Pagani Design homage to the Longines Spirit Zulu time. And this might be the only time I've seen an homage so far in my watch collecting and, you know, obsession history where I've been like, this homage, I like it better than the original. Genuinely. I mean, I've only seen videos of the original. I've never held the original in my hand. This is on the Haveston NATO strap, by the way. You know, I've never seen the original in person, held it in my hand, but I've seen videos about it, and I like this design better. Let me just start by taking you in here for the close-ups, okay? Look at this dial, okay? Maybe the reflections out here are kind of bad because of where the sun's coming from. Let me turn around. Let's try that. There. Well, I mean, just look at this dial. Look at this beautiful detail here where there's this, like, gold ring that reflects, catches the light really nicely. I mean, it just makes it look, like, expensive, nice, luxurious, you know, like a luxury watch. And these little diamond markers by the numbers, somehow those make it look even better, and the way that this ring here has to be carved out for them to fit. That's just extra detail in there. And then even just the fact that the track around the outside has the little marks between each individual second finely printed, and then the numbers for the seconds also printed in there. That is just icing on the cake. Add into the fact that this is a symmetrical dial with no date window, which I actually prefer that this doesn't have a date window. On the Spirit Zulu time, it was a pet peeve of mine. And also the actual Spirit Zulu time, for some weird reason, the colors all come together to be much more reserved, and I would say dull, actually. Maybe not just reserved, but actually dull. Like, not interesting, you know, not for $2,500. You know, you'd think that thing, you'd see a little glints of gold and stuff, and you'd be like, wow, that thing looks expensive. But no, it doesn't to me. I don't like it. Now, combine that, like I said, they got rid of the date window. This movement supports a date window. That was a Pagani design choice there when they homaged the watch. And so this is not a straight-up rip-off. And you see that GMT there in orange and how it matches the GMT hand? I actually prefer that as well over the Spirit Zulu time. I actually like that they didn't make the GMT hand gold to match the hands. I like that the GMT hand stands out and is orange and is color matched to that text right there. I also love the way that the dial is balanced. No one's ever heard of Pagani. They didn't put Pagani on it. They put their logo. That logo is nice and subtle. You know, no one's going to be like, oh, Pagani, I've never heard of that before. They're just going to be like, oh, that's a nice looking watch. I wonder who made it. You know, the text and everything, the balance is good. And then this rotating bezel. It's ceramic. The glass, by the way, is semi-domed sapphire, which just makes it look that much more, you know, exquisite, nice, expensive, luxurious. Yeah, and the whole thing just looks so high quality, too, when it all comes together as a package. But like I say, this rotating bezel here, it's marked, you know, 24 hours, so you can rotate it and track another time zone with your GMT hand or whatever, what have you, or, you know, point the triangle to where the minute hand's going to end up when your noodles are done boiling. And it's filled with loom. All of these little cutouts are filled with loom. And you'll see here, I work on machinery. I've actually caught that triangle at the 12 o'clock on something and chipped some of the loom out, so keep that in mind. if you catch the loom on something, it will definitely chip out. And you can just see this strap was brand new when I put on this watch. You can just see how much I've worn this watch. I mean, just look at the condition of the strap. That tells you all you really need to know, right? Like, this thing has been through it. We've got, oh, you can even see some of the scratches, even with my cell phone camera showing up here. I mean, just the condition of this thing. My phone battery died in the middle of that last clip. Hopefully I can pick up where I left off easily. This is where I live, by the way, out in the woods. I'm basically homeless. As close to being homeless as you can be without actually being homeless. Funny story. Now let's get back to looking at this dial with the macro lens on my cell phone. So the numbers, they're applied, of course, and filled with loom. I don't know, I don't think I covered that in the last commentary. And yeah, the loom in the bezel, it can chip. Right. And then the case. I love this case, and I love that it doesn't have any crown guards. I mean, I guess that's awful if you bump it into something and rip the crown off of it. But I mean, all of this is made of stainless steel, so I mean, come on now. I mean, that thing, your skin is right there next to it and everything. Like, if you hit something hard enough to rip the crown off of your watch, you've probably got a pretty bad gash in your arm, too. I mean, you really shouldn't be getting that wicked with your watch. So I expect this will be fine, and I think it's aesthetically pleasing, to be honest with you. And it's a signed crown with the Pagani design logo. Also, the case shape on the sides. Look at this very strong, I want to say masculine case shape. I don't know. That's just how it's making me feel. It's like this just feels like a very strong case shape. And then very subtly, they put a very thin bevel right here and polished it. Everything else is brushed, but they just polished just that little itty bitty bevel right there. And, oh yeah, I think they did the lug ends too. Yeah, they did. So they polished these two. I mean, they're not as shiny as they were when I first got the watch. I've worn it a year. But I mean, this, like I said, this is the review of this watch. I mean, I've worn this thing a year, and I'm probably never going to review another watch that I've worn for a year. It'll probably just be me looking it up close and being like, I hate this and I love this. There's the beautiful Seiko NH34A. Not much to look at, but neither is a Honda K24 engine now, is it? But it'll still go 300,000 miles, no problem. And that is exactly what you're looking at here. Old, reliable from Japan. This thing will last and run and run and run and be as accurate as you need it to be, but it ain't pretty. I actually used to think that these case backs where you could see the movement through a piece of sapphire glass, I used to think that they were just a gimmick. But every once in a while, I'll be talking to someone, they'll be like, you know, I've never seen a mechanical watch before, and I'll try to explain to them how it works, and I'll be able to take this thing off my wrist and actually show them the movement. I'll be like, see, right there, that little wheel goes back and forth. So as far as, like, you know, when you're having a conversation with someone, it makes a great prop for someone who's showing some interest in watches, who's never seen one in person before. You know, it's great that that's there so that I can just show them in person what the beating heart of a mechanical watch looks like. Gosh, you can see the evidence of me wearing this, skin and skin cells and stuff getting caked in here. Oh boy. But I mean, there's the reference number, by the way, PD1784. I love this thing. Huh. So much. I wear it all the time. And I used to have like 10 watches that I'd switch between, and now, I mean, I still have like 6 watches left, but I only wear this one almost ever. And that's pretty crazy for a guy like me. Or maybe it's not that crazy, since I'm autistic and I can get like hyper attached to objects. And maybe that is what has happened here. You know, whereas a normal person really enjoys something, I would definitely be devastated if something happened to this. Just like how I was devastated when my very first watch that was a Timex that my grandmother gave me, which got me, you know, started on always wearing a watch. I sent that into Timex because they said they would repair it for life or whatever. That was back when they were saying that. And they sent me back a brand new watch and told me the old one wasn't fixable. And then they couldn't get me the old one back, even though that was my very first watch that I'd ever gotten. And I was just devastated. And I still have not gotten over the loss of that watch. But anyways, this Pagani design, I think it's better than the actual Longines Spirit Zulu time that it's meant to homage, which, all the watch snobs are going to be like, oh my God, how dare he say that an homage is better than the original and that thing's made in Switzerland, blah, blah, blah. But hey, that's just my opinion. Y'all are free to have your own opinion, but my opinion is that design-wise, the design of this one is better. Even if the engine inside is not as good as a Swiss-made one, it's still reliable. It's a nice Japanese engine in there. I just feel like the design is better. The bracelet it comes with, not so great. So that's why it's on this NATO strap. The bracelet was awful, just so you know. But hey, it's $170. You can pick it up on Amazon. There's a link in below. Buy it, don't buy it. I don't really care. I will make a kickback if you buy it using the link below, which would be pretty sweet because I could use the money. Otherwise, I really appreciate y'all watching, and hopefully I'll make some more watch content at some point because y'all were asking for it. Bye-bye. That bunny rabbit has realized that I'm recording it. No, it's okay. Go back to eating the dandelion, cute little bunny rabbit. Go on, it's all right. There are so many bunny rabbits out here. Every time I come outside, there's one just like this. I mean, that bunny rabbit's probably only 8 feet away from me. See it? Look at it now. It's eating a leaf. Oh, isn't that adorable? Before that, it was eating the fuzzies off the dandelion. Yeah, look at that. Look at that cute bunny rabbit. And the leaf's gone.